It is a great deed we must do today. The twisted things of chaos have come to our shores in vast numbers. Many were dashed upon the rocks, yet enough remain to pose a terrible threat. Malice seeps from their every pore and breath. They are the very essence of doom. Should they win this day, Bretonia will be naught but ruins. But hope endures. Take solace in the lady's shining grace for victory!
Here comes those big, bruisey Norskins. Have they got sunburn? So, hang on. See, that's a pull. I mean, you know, alright, it's all very well and good being Chaos Gods, right? You know, ultimate avatars of destruction, but for the love of God, you know, look after your skin. Christ, you don't want wrinkles, or cancer for that matter. You know, don't... Kids, use sunscreen, alright? Jesus, that's just, I don't, I'm disappointed. Anyway, okay, our Grail Knights charging out the forest to mess up some Chaos Warhounds. They're gone. And then over on our other flank, we've got the rest of our Knights, including the Knights who say near, or the Grail Guardians, being led by the Green Knights. So we've got some Chaos Trolls. They're probably going to be the main issue, because I don't really have anything to stop them, to be honest. It does seem to be a problem with Bretonia. It's just you don't really have much in the way of anti-large apart from your own anti-large. Basically, they've got like massive holes in their roster that just make dealing with this kind of shit quite tricky. In come Chaos Warhounds. Eating my Battle Pilgrims, but you know, they're doing alright. We're shooting the Chaos Trolls in the face. Chaos Trolls have made it quite far into our lines, but that's fine. Our Knights now charging in. Oh, look at this, completely surrounded. More Knights coming in from behind, though. Lovely little charges here, and yet more income. The Questing Knights, and more Questing Knights getting a lovely little rear charge. Look at that. Absolute carnage. And that flank as well. Oh. And the Norskins are breaking and running for their lives, but reinforcements have arrived. More Norskins have washed up on our shores. Filthy, dirty, sunburnt Norskins. So we've got the Knights who say near, tanking a whole bunch of... They're just attacking their way through them quite slowly. Not taking much damage, to be honest. They do have quite a lot of physical resistance, 30% physical resistance. They've also got the Blessing of the Lady. Does that... I'm not sure if that counts or not. Anyway, that's pretty good. More Knights coming in to render some assistance. We're just going to run down some of these guys over here, trying to make our way away from the battle. These Chaos Trolls are legging it. I'd ideally like to kill them if we can. There we go. Norton Chaos Marauders breaking, and here come the enemy reinforcements. Yet more Marauders. That's right. There they come. These guys looking a little bit less sunburnt, which is good. Oh, I spoke too soon. It seems to be the great weapons. Apparently, they go, you know what? I've got a great weapon. I don't need to protect myself. You're just wrong. I don't even know how to begin with that. These Chaos Trolls, the problem with Chaos Trolls is they have, well, with all Trolls actually, is that they have low morale, but also regeneration. So what they tend to do is they break, run away, regenerate, and then come back. So you really need to make sure you finish them off. Otherwise you end up with them just, you know, repeating on you. So our Knights are reforming, infantry reforming. Our archers, who were trying to deal with the Chaos Trolls, unfortunately ended up getting eaten by Chaos Warhounds. But, oh well. No point worrying about it. Knights forming up on the flank of the reinforcements. The Chaos Lord's still around somewhere. There he is. Yeah, he's retreating. He's only got 312 health left. So our Knights now forming into Lance formation. I don't tend to use the formations very much because I just don't... It tends to make... I don't know, it just feels a little bit harder to use them. I don't know why. It is pretty effective though. I mean, look at that charge. Lovely little charge there as well. Knights coming in. They're trying to reform at the last second. Doesn't work very well. Get sent flying everywhere. Absolute carnage. Our Knights are doing Great work. Good job, guys. Yet more reinforcements approaching from the other flank. This time over here, we've got some Marauder horsemen with throwing axes. So they got throwing axes. We've got yet more Marauders with great weapons, more chaos. Basically, just chaff. Well, considering what we've just done to your friends, I think we'll probably be all right. Actually, we do have the Knud Southbane here, who is getting his head walloped. I think is Knight Pope in here somewhere? Oh, there's Knight Pope. Knight Pope's running around. He is now called Knight Pope. Making sure we beat up that Chaos Marauder Chieftain. And these guys trying to move in to throw some axes at us. Our archers, I mean, although our archers are, you know, peasants and therefore rubbish, they can at least rain fire down on some Marauder horsemen and deal with that. And yet the Marauders, the Knights closing in, and it's going to be very much a repeat of what happened last time. Going to get a lovely little charge right in the front of them. Good stuff. And then as our Knights are fighting the front, more Knights are flanking around behind the enemy army. Just moving into position. And there we go. Another little charge right into the rear. Smashed to pieces. A little charge there. And there. And unsurprisingly, all the Marauders die pretty quickly. And the Fay Enchantress, the Watery Tart's floaty minion, has her little cup thing, which is nice. So, the Watery Tart's floaty minion has acquired her chalice, which is just as well, because our Bretonia produces a lot of wine. And so I imagine most of our nobles are just pissed a lot of the time. Probably just very drunk to stave off the inevitable hangover. Let's well, you know, I'm just going to take the Force Labour. Let's grab that one. So we go. We've got the chalice of. Oh, okay. Chalice of potions. The pallet with the poison in it. Vessels with the pestle. The chalice is the pellet with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew. That is true. There we go. Got there in the end. Leadership aura size 25%. Miscast base chance minus 20%. Winds of magic increase by 35. That's massive. Melee defense plus 10. Hit points 10%. Leadership the entire army. Hero recruit rank for damsels across the entire province. And also the ability, the Chalice of Potions, which causes massive magical damage in a huge explosion area, which sounds pretty good. So good stuff there. Yes. So let's pop you back in. Oh, we gained Confident Defender, because of course that was a defensive battle. That's good. And Thyrosa, you have leveled up. We're going to give you... Now, I did check in that battle. I couldn't say Arcane Conduit. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I mean... that never happens. I'm always completely 100% on the ball. Let's get Pan's Impenetrable Pelt. And we're just going to hold off at Sartosa for the moment, just to try and up the public order a little bit. We've got lots of control coming in, so it should be fine. The character is bringing 6. Military presence is bringing 20. Currently we're at 34. So, you know, yeah, it would probably be fine. If we leave her a couple of turns, though, it will reduce that corruption quite considerably. And then we can get some shit done. Yeah. Let's grab the windmill here, and we're going to upgrade to the docks. Docks there as well, because the more money we have coming in, the better.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Alberic. That's kind of you. I think we will probably... Yeah, let's get the landed estate here, because then more money, obviously. Public order here is terrible, but that's always going to be the case, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything about that. We could actually go public order here, because that would spread public order. Because Massive Oracle is next to Bordeaux, Bastogne, and Paravon. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's go for the tap room, because that'll give control +1 in adjacent provinces. Pretty good, can't go wrong with that. So we'll take that. We've got apparently Hefle Hugh for wandering over and finding the Norscan invasion has leveled up. So good job there. Not entirely sure. You haven't really been doing much. Yes, I am sort of aware. Bow. The face of Bow, maybe. I want some foot squires, don't I? But I also want to get some...
My strength and wisdom
oh, we've got some... Yeah, we have no peasants in this army. So...
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
I'm thinking we maybe get rid of a Knight of the Realm, because...
Armored in faith.
I don't think we need it. I think this army's fine. I would like maybe like some Pegasus, because I just feel like, especially the Royal Pegasus Knight, we need to get some Royal Pegasus Knights, don't we? So we need to upgrade a city to level 5 and get that going on. We want the Salt here, don't we? Because that's going to give us more money. I'm all about the money at the moment, because the more money we have, the more upgrades we can then afford, obviously, and obviously the more armies we can get. So get that infrastructure down, and then, you know, boom, you're laughing, or at least not crying, which is sometimes the same thing. Bo, we're going to leave you there for the moment, because I don't have... I need to wait 3 more turns for my peasants, my next wave of peasants. We're going to automate and put a lot of them out of work, basically. Basically, we're going to add a lot of like self-checkout tills at the supermarkets. Put them out of the work, and then when they go, well, what do we do now? They get thrust, you know, a spear and a shield, and said, go and stand in front of that giant crab, and then they do. So that's what we need to do. So we need to get some more, because I think that's going to give us quite a lot more peasant economy potential. So that's going to be very useful, because then we should be able to get some front line. Well, I mean, it's not a very strong front line, but it is arguably people standing in front of things, which is basically what we want. And I guess we just end the turn. Chivalry's looking pretty good so far, 703 currently. I feel like the chivalry is definitely a lot better tuned than the infamy for the vampires. I think they have retuned that since I played my Solostra campaign, where I think we max. I think there was a point where you just like, I literally can't stop getting infamy. Infamy. They all had it infamy, and I had all the infamy, and that was a bit of a problem, because it started spawning those fleets, and I wasn't really ready for them. But also the campaign wasn't very long. I think it was only 20 odd episodes long, because it was just literally over that quickly. But I think they've retuned that now. But the chivalry certainly, it feels a lot. So it feels at a good steady pace. It feels like we're making progress, but it's not like, you know, we're not nearing the end of the campaign. Cothic's dead. Oh, well, I don't really care. Age of Discovery. I don't think that even works. The Bray Herds come. Oh, no. Where? Oh, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. I realise I might sound a little bit more sort of throaty this morning. That's because last night, your man, MonstersAbound, was out on the tiles. I say on the tiles. Obviously, I don't think the town I went to doesn't have tiles. And if it did have tiles, someone would have stole them. Or marvelled at the shiny stone square that had been created, and then probably declared it black magic. But all the same, went out for a night out, and you know what, feeling pretty good this morning. Not too bad, actually, just a little bit tired, and obviously my throat's a little bit croaky, but other than that, all good. It's a good night out. What are we doing here? I do want to get the Peaks of Paravon, but we can't get that right this moment. We do have lots of building going on, which is going to give us more money, which is good. So we got that going on. That's fine. Tech is coming in 2 turns. If If we leave Sartosa, what's the public order like? Actually, you know what? The public order's fine. Maybe we go and hunt down Black Buckthorn. Oh, he's got organ guns. Ugh. And iron breakers. And no, you know what?
I protect Bretonia.
Yeah. Do we? Do we go for it? 'Cause I looking at that army is quite fucking scary. Because I don't really have anything to do. I mean, I feel like the organ guns are going to chew my cavalry to pieces. The dwarf infantry is going to make a mess of my infantry. And I don't know how you deal with iron breakers. Basically, I feel like the Bretonians are not a very good army. I might stay in port. Just wait until the dwarf pirates bugger off, actually. I just look at that army and I go, I could probably win it. But the sheer amount of casualties I would sustain would be so catastrophic that there'd probably be a riot. Jesus. Be horrendous. You know what? I'm just going to probably just... What's this one? This is sloppy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go and grab that. Let's get Alberic on the job. Location of... Oh, yeah, because we're sailing too fast. Rubbish. It's fine. We'll sort that out in a second. Tim has got his Pegasus, which is good, but we just need those more peasants, don't we? Right, what I'm thinking is, obviously, if we're going to go and beat up Malekith, shields. Need shields. So let's go 30, 31, 32... let's get rid of a couple of knights, I think. So do that. So we get a front line of 6 lads. We've got 4 knights. You know what? I'm thinking maybe not the archers. I don't know. I'm going to...
Guardian.
Let's mull that over. You know what, Hugh? You are going to... Let's send you as an advanced scout to go and check out what's going on over there. Bo, you're going to stay there. Although, actually, because you're literally just going to go... Well, actually, Will's just 1, I think, apparently. But that's fine. We'll concentrate on getting those questing knights. We're going to have an entire stack of questing knights. Those armies are going to go around together to try and support each other. So I think having some infantry, because Bo is not going to have any... Maybe I just go all Pegasus Knights for Tim's army. So you have like a flying squad, and then you've got Bo as the all cavalry squad. Maybe we do that. Does that sound sensible? I mean, it sounds mental, doesn't it? It doesn't sound sensible. It sounds completely like off the fucking wall. But on the other hand, kind of fun. Looks like Orion is beating up some orcs, which is nice, keeping our flanks nice and clean. So thank you, Orion, for that. After the initial slight misunderstanding with the Wood Elves, obviously. But we've patched that up. We've patched that problem up. That's all fixed now. So, you know, everyone's happy. So that's good. Let's keep that kind of thing going. You know, try and keep those misunderstandings with the Wood Elves to a minimum. Because I don't want to have to fight them. Because Wood Elves scare the shit out of me. I mean, that Dwarf army concerns me. The Wood Elves, they scare me. Okay, Bo is apparently a recruiter. Good for him. Hugh has sea legs. Wonder where he got them. And I wonder whose they are. Indeed. You're going to come over here. Okay, good, good. And we're going to...
If the lady wills it.
She does. Right.
Glory awaits.
Explore the island. It's more pirates. Just auto-resolve it. Oh, God. Okay, fine.
Leaving.
What did you get? A brass cleaver. Not bad. And materials at sea. Income from all buildings and construction costs, which is actually quite good. The brass cleaver is quite nice, actually. And what we could maybe do is give that... I actually quite like that. We could give it to the Fay Enchantress, because that is going to buff. In fact, we actually got quite a lot of weapons and stuff that I should probably give out to people. Yeah, that'll buff up our peeps, won't it? Let's buff up our peeps. What else? Have we got anything else here? Local province. Okay, let's give you a zealot because that's going to help with the corruption, which is dropping quite rapidly, which is nice. The Watery Tarts floaty minion has managed to rank up. Good work there. Let's give you yeah, let's go for Glorfinal's progeny. The bloodline of the noblest of all steeds has been preserved. It serves us still. Good, good. Sounds good. I like that. Sounds positive.
Protector of the realm.
Okay, let's head back to Mousselon because we lost some squires. They will be remembered, whoever they were. And oh, you got a hippogriff you can have at rank 14. That's nice. That's good. We've got lead from the front, coastal expansion, shipping lanes, appoint reeves. He's all about the logistics, isn't he? He's all about the bureaucracy. That's pretty good, actually. Get that at rank 10. I'm not going to give you a Pegasus because I don't think you deserve it. I'm going to give you... you like your squires, don't you? Foot squire. Yeah, let's do that. Worshippers of the Grail, because you've got foot squires. That's going to give them a little bit more armour. I should probably be building the blacksmith building. It's only 2 army per building, though. So it's like, yeah, could do. I probably want to upgrade you, don't I? You know what I want to do is upgrade you. Because if I upgrade you, I can upgrade you. And that'll give us another 600 income. Which is pretty good. Plus additional products produced. Which is fantastic. So we definitely want to do that. Let's do that. Let's get some more salt. Although, as of yet, I'm actually feeling pretty positive. So that's good. The dwarves have sort of headed off in that direction. So I'm going to sort of maybe cut... No. Go there. No attrition. Good. Good. Stay there. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else we can trade with. I mean, we could maybe come down here and see if we can find any lizard men. Maybe Mazdamundi will trade with us. What about Philip Billings? Billings, that guy. He's always a friend to us, isn't he? Oh, wait, no, usually dicks us over. It does, Tim. It does. You have a lovely stack, if you don't mind me saying. So let's send you over to Mousselon. So, yes, I do. And unfortunately, I keep forgetting to recruit more crusading questing knights for you. So we can't do that. Mind you, we've got the thing which makes it... Yeah, so they cost 50% extra. But they do start with extra ranks, which is good. I'm going to keep the Arco-Syndicalistic mob in the army, because why the hell not? Tristan, I think you're going to... you know what, Tris? Let's bring you over here. Let's send our paladins out into the world, far and wide, to just have a look, see what's going on. You know, check out what the 911 is. Yeah.
Past, present, future. 'Tis but a thin veil that divides them.
Pretty poignant there. You want a non-aggression pact? Perhaps a treaty, says Suddenberg. Sure. We have an accord. I guess so. I can get on board that, I guess. It looks like Norska's under attack. Norska's being invaded. It's a bit of a surprise for him, isn't it? Bit of a reversal. Sucks to be them. Who the hell's the Hellspire tribe? Maybe it's just because I've got the banner mod, so all the banners look weird. Okay. I need to check my public order. Okay, confederation between Norska and the Vanaheimlings. We've got water pumps. Yes. Okay, so now we have 47 peasants that we can recruit, which is good. That's good times. I was thinking about maybe getting more Pegasus, but I actually think I'm okay, so I'm fine. Fine with that. Buildings constructed. What do we have? We've got a water wheel down here, so actually what we can then do is upgrade that. We can't get peaks of Paravon at the moment. We can go down and grab this. Let's do that. Power of Rage, sure. Fencer's Blade and the bloody red spot. Good stuff. Oh, can I confederate with these guys?
Welcome, friends. Let's hope we can come to an accommodation.
Yes, I can. Interesting. You are at war with the Tomb Kings, and Tomb Kings are currently winning.
Do you know who I am? Welcome, friends. Let's hope.
I am the
Anyone who
Let
will...
the supplicant come forward.
Okay, you won't confederate with me.
Armored in. Welcome, friends. Let's hope we can come to an accommodation.
You have a defensive alliance?
No.
Alright, well, sure. Well, whatever. See if I care. I don't care. See how little I care. It's tiny amount of care I don't give. Right, let's go over here.
For Bretonia.
Exactly. Right, I need some more
Blessings
questing
of the
knights.
lady be upon you.
They are very expensive, though. Where are they? Yes,
It
boom.
shall be so.
Right, we can afford 2. I'm kind of tempted just to go screw it and get some other units, because at this rate it's going to take bloody ages. Maybe we send Alberic and Tim
Blessings of
as
the
like an
lady
advanced
be upon
guard.
Onward.
Let's send them. Okay, we've got more research available as well. So, do we want to... Heraldry Bretonia, overseas diplomacy, support... That would give us more relations with those guys. But, if we get the Decree of Bretonia, we could then decree... you know, more chivalry for kicking the shit out of Dark Elves. Which we're kind of going to do, aren't we? So maybe we do that. Because that would give us more chivalry. Does that kind of make sense? Kind of feels right, doesn't it? Subsidised tools. Improved trade vessels. That costs money. Temple tie. Okay. Longer spears. Professional fletchers. Bigger bobbins. Fuck me, I like big bobbins. And I cannot lie. I feel like we're going for haste. And because more speed for cavalry units, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. You can't go wrong with that. I think industry kind of comes into its own later. Ooh, plus melee attack and defense for knight units. There's lots of good tech here, but I mean, we've got 140 research rate, but it takes quite a while to research shit. We could just confederate with Britannia. It'd only take 3 turns. I think we're going to wait until they confederate with Artois, though. We'll give it a little while. If they don't, we'll just confederate with them. Fine. But in the meantime, I think we're going to go Decrees of Bretonia, and then we're going to go the Secure Shores Decree. We'll grab that, and we will then go and beat up the Dark Elves. Because, why not, right? Just, you know...
Ready to serve.
something to pass the time, get some chivalry up, you know what I mean? You know, we want to raise that chivalry up, get a really erect chivalry. That's what we need to do. And once that chivalry is fully up there, fully standing proud, then we can do our errantry war and win the campaign. Boom. Okay, sure, I don't mind declaring war on Norska. To be honest, I thought I was already at war. It looks like Nordland's kicking the shit out of Norska, though. Jesus. Alright, calm down, guys. It's like, just, you know... Nordland has had to put up with a lot of Norscan raids over the years, and they've just lost their shit, finally. They've gone, no! Oh. Okay, well, I guess we're... Well, I guess we're at war with Thegan's errantry now, then. Didn't really want to be, but apparently we are. I guess it's going to give the Fay Enchantress something to do. She can go down there and beat up some fellow Bretonians. Is that chivalrous, or is that a bit rude? I mean... Maybe I should have sided with against Tilia and killed them instead, because I don't like Tilia that much. Norsca and the Hellspire tribe have confederated. Ah, it's nice to see that Mulfric is making friends and influencing people. We've got huge amounts of money coming in. Oh, that's so good. Look at all that cash. Now, I need to get more questing nights, because otherwise it's going to take fucking ages. Right, 16. That's not bad. Let's get you boys on your way.
Protector of the realm.
That's it. Off you go. We're setting sail. No, I don't take you for a churl, honest. It's nothing like that. I would never say that to your face anyway. Okay, let's go and land on Norsca's coast. We've got an advanced scout heading in that direction. Lovely. Money's coming in pretty well. Do we attack? Baron the Devoted. Is that gonna... I mean, it's... Did we just lose quite a lot of chivalry? Events, minus 200. Declare war on Bretonians, minus 200. Yes. Well. Fuck. I didn't want to. I was like, what? But you know what? God, this chivalry business is difficult, isn't it? I mean, if I could I make friends with Bretonian? Would that help?
I am an honourable servant of the lady. What are your vile demands?
Peace treaty?
I must protest.
Okay, your ways are unchivalrous and will be punished. Well, yes. I mean, the reduction in chivalry would agree with that in some ways. So, okay, right. Well, that's obviously a bit disappointing. Let's maybe can we land somewhere? And maybe see if we can, like, you know, finish them off. Maybe if we kill them all, it won't be unchivalrous. Like, you know, can you be unchivalrous to dead people? Question to be asked there. Not 100% sure. Where's the rule book? Because I reckon it's probably fine. That's what I'm going to rule. That it's probably generally fine if you just kill all the people that were potentially unchivalrous, or that you were unchivalrous too. It'll probably be absolutely fine, so we won't worry too much about that. We will go and, you know, burn their city down, or at least maybe occupy it, whichever is less. I think burn it to the ground is probably more unchivalrous, or maybe sacking it's unchivalrous and burning it to the ground is fine. You know, there's a lot of confusing rules with the whole chivalry thing. You know, stealing someone's money, ooh, that's bad. Setting fire to them somehow is fine, though. I mean, I don't know who wrote these rules, but frankly, they're probably not the most stable of individual. But on that bombshell, that's where we're going to have to leave it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Fay Enchantress.